Week 2 of the college football season is here, and we've got some good matchups to dive into. My name is Harrison Graham. This is for Verts, an NFL and college football show. We're going to be previewing every week's slate and top games and going to look at the top 5 matchups of this weekend. And I'll give my picks both straight up and against the spread. And I got to be honest, it was a really good first week as your boy went 4-1 against the spread. Felt pretty good about that. LSU let me down in that Sunday night game, but won my other games on Saturday. So 4-1. We'll keep tabs all weekend or all season long, including this week. And I got to be honest, some tougher picks to make this week. I would not expect myself to go 4-1 again, but the headliner game, Big Noon Kickoff on Fox. It is the number 3 Texas Longhorns at number 10 Michigan in the Big House, and I feel like there's a little too much Texas is going to steamroll Michigan. I think they're going to win this game. I just think they're too skilled and talented offensively not to, and the defense is much improved. But I do think it'll be a close game. And I do think the Wolverines will show up and be physical and give Quinn Ewers some problems. Michigan's defense is one of the best in the country. They have 2 future first-round picks at defensive tackle. Will Johnson might be the best corner in college football. The problem for Michigan, and why I do think ultimately Texas will find a way to win this game, is how are they going to score? I mean, if I'm Texas, I'm stacking the box and I'm playing man coverage and I'm daring Davis Warren or Alex Orji or whoever gets the bulk of reps at quarterback to beat me. And I don't think Michigan has the quarterback play or speed at receivers to consistently win in man coverage. And if they can't, they're going to have to run the ball effectively. Well, if Texas has 7 in the box consistently, good luck. Donovan Edwards was largely ineffective in Michigan's season opener. Is this a game where if you're the Wolverines and you're looking for offense, do you play Orji more to run him around at the quarterback position? I do wonder if Sharon Moore considers that as an option, at least as this game goes on, if Michigan's struggling to move the ball. I think Quinn Ewers is susceptible to turnovers. We've seen that, but he's also been a big game player. Saw him play his best game of the year last year against Alabama in week 2 on the road in a similar spot as this. I think Texas wins, but I like Michigan to cover the 7.5. I think this is like a 23-17 type of game. I don't think either team gets to 30 points, but I think the Horns are better, and I think a big talking point coming out of this game is Texas is a true national championship contender. I really do think that's going to be the case. Speaking of this matchup, Saturday's an off day for me. I don't always put out fresh content, but I'll tell you what. If we get 20 or more new subscribers today, from this episode alone, I can track that here on this YouTube channel, we will do a Texas-Michigan postgame show. So if you want that, if you want a fresh show after the Texas-Michigan game on Saturday, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. Would love to do it if I have time. If you guys really want it, prove it. Hit the subscribe button because as of now, we have more NFL than college football subscribers. So it's really up to y'all. If y'all want me to break it all down, think it could be a fun one to do, I'll do it. Need 20 new subscribers to make it happen. All right, another game at 12 Eastern, which is kind of a bummer. I wish this was staggered a bit because I'm intrigued by this one. Arkansas at number 16, Oklahoma State. Talon Green, the Boise State transfer at quarterback for the Hogs, looked really good in their debut. I get it, Arkansas Pine Bluff, but still put up 70 points. He was running around, had a wild kind of weaving through the defense, 50-yard touchdown run. We kind of know what Oklahoma State is. Alan Bowman's a steady presence at quarterback, but he's not dynamic. He doesn't move well. Limited passing arsenal. And Ollie Gordon's a terrific running back, probably the best in college football. 8 feels a little high here. Arkansas still has SEC talent. Bobby Petrino is back, calling plays there. And again, the competition, I get it, but the offense looks like it could be pretty diverse. I think Oklahoma State wins a close one, but it wouldn't shock me if Arkansas won, and I definitely expect Arkansas to cover. Oklahoma State is not really a team built to blow out quality opponents, and I think Arkansas is at least a bowl team this year. So I go Pokes by a touchdown or less. I could see this being tight late, and Oklahoma State scores a touchdown to win by 7, but that's not 8. If it was 7, I'd probably go the other way. 8, I like Arkansas to cover that. I think the Pokes win, but I think the Hogs make it a pretty tight one. All right, Cy-Hawk, every year, Iowa State play in week 2. This year it is at Iowa, and the Hawkeyes have owned this rivalry. I think they've won 7 out of 9 in this matchup. They're 3.5-point favorites at home. I don't love the hook there, the half after the field goal. I could see it being tied late, game-winning kick for Iowa. I still will take the Hawkeyes to win and cover. Iowa State, historically under Matt Campbell, one, does not win this matchup very often. I think he's only beaten Iowa State once or twice, or Iowa once or twice. Two, they start these seasons a little sluggish. They kind of pick it up in October and finish strong. They farted around with North Dakota last week. Not North Dakota State, North Dakota. Iowa's offense looks improved. New OC, Cade McNamara back and healthy. Don't think they're going to light the world on fire, but I think they can score in the 20s here, and if they do, their defense should hold Iowa State to under 20 points. I like Iowa to win and to cover. This feels like a 21-14 type of game, 21-17, and that covers. That covers the 3.5, and Iowa has had the mental hurdle in this series for the better part of a decade now, so I like the Hawkeyes. All right, I was more fired up about this game, and hopefully it's still a good one, coming into the season than I am coming out of week 1, because NC State did not look that great. Grayson McCall's stat line at the end of the day looks pretty good, but if you watch them play Western Carolina, they were trailing heading into the fourth quarter before they scored 21 straight points and kind of figured it out. Little uptick in competition here. Nico Iamaleava, the quarterback for Tennessee, who played in the bowl game against Iowa last year, a great defense, had 4 touchdowns, balled out against Chattanooga this last week. I get it, FCS, but Tennessee looked the part against their FCS opponent. NC State did not. Now, I'll give the Pack this. They're at home. It's a night game. That's why I think they cover. 10 points is a lot for a top 25 matchup. Nico is still a young player. McCall has experience. I think they'll keep it close, but I like the Vols to win. I think Tennessee goes on the road. They're more explosive with their playmakers. I think Iamaleava is going to send a message that, hey, he could be one of these dark horse Heisman type of team or players. And I'll say this, the winner of this game emerges as kind of a Tier 2, Tier 3 college football playoff contender. I had both of these teams as playoff dark horses in a video we did about a month ago. I think the winner of this game positions themselves nicely to have a chance to make the 12-team playoff because NC State in the ACC, not a tough conference. They could easily win 10-plus games if they win this one. That would give them a shot. And 2, Tennessee getting this as a non-con win. If they can get to 9-3 with a win over NC State out of conference, you're going to be right there on the bubble to make it. They play Oklahoma later this month. Big game for Tennessee. Can't really afford to drop this one. All right, last one here that we're going to discuss. Tons of other games as well, but these are the 5 I'm focusing on. Colorado at Nebraska. Second straight year this old Big 12 rivalry is renewed. 7:30 Eastern on NBC. Nebraska -7 on this one. I'm going to go Nebraska wins and covers. That program is due for a big win. Now, I don't think Colorado's a great team, but on the surface, this would be a monster win for Matt Rule. There's no doubt about it. Prime time, the eyeballs that come with Colorado and Deion Sanders, the hype that would build around freshman quarterback Dylan Raiola, who looked good in his debut last week. I like Nebraska. Obviously, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, and Jimmy Horn Jr., the big 3 offensively for Colorado. Hunter goes both ways, obviously. They're fantastic players. Their 3 stars are terrific. But their roster talent drops significantly after those 3 players. I think Nebraska's got more depth. Matt Rule's a proven college coach. He'll have this defense ready to go. I think Nebraska gets a big win. Feels like a 10-point win to me. They're at home. They haven't won a big game at home like this in a while, especially under the lights. Give me Nebraska like 38-28. I think it'll be high scoring. I think the defense will make just enough plays, and Raiola will kind of have arrived, right? Like, hey, this kid's the real deal. And you look across the country right now in college football. We mentioned Nico Iamaleava for Tennessee. There's a lot of young quarterbacks that aren't even draft eligible that are pretty damn good. And I think Raiola is going to be one of them. Obviously, he's made one career start. This is going to be a totally different environment and pressure-packed situation. But I think he can handle it. I think there's enough talent there. I like the Cornhuskers to cover the touchdown and to win this game. All right, College football, week 2. We're back, baby. Football is flowing. NFL underway as well. I have my NFL week 1 picks coming at you here on the channel. Also, obviously, had the Thursday game and big game Friday night as well. We'll take a look at the Sunday and Monday slate, so keep us locked in. Subscribe, and again, 20 new subscribers from today's show. I'll do a Texas-Michigan post-game reaction, so if you're down for that, let's make it happen. Hit that subscribe button. My name is Harrison Graham. Let us know who you have in the Texas-Michigan game, and we'll see you guys very soon.